depression is a creepy thing. It's creepy for a lot of different reasons. One of the reasons it's a creepy thing is because depression, it kind of has its own personality. And one of the first things it wants you to do is to be secretive about it. It's the only form of fucking it's one of the only forms of sickness where you're embarrassed by it. Like, if I get the flu, if I got a cold, whatever, if I broke my leg, it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, I better hide the fact that I have the flu from the world. I don't want people to judge me for it. But depression, good Christ, man, that's one of the things it does, is like, don't tell anybody. Put on the fucking smile. Everything's fine. I'm fine. And that sucks, because you have to like lie to the world. You have to pretend you haven't been taking depression naps. And man, let me tell you, the difference between a depression nap and a healthy life nap, oh God, it's such a vast gulf in between those two forms of nap. The depression nap, sticky, vertiginous, just fevery. You kind of like, you don't even really sleep. You just sort of go into this like state of super numbness. And then you kind of come out of it like even more tired. So that's a shitty thing that I've been doing. And then this blurry kind of like ignoring like shit that is obviously needs to be, dealt with in your life. That's part of it. It wants you to ignore everything. It wants you to cast aside all your responsibilities, forget about anything at all, and just sort of sink into a quicksand pit of self-loathing and anger and just all the like miserable things that if you're someone out there who is depressed or has dealt with this fucking rotten goddamn state of consciousness, you know what I'm talking about. Depression is the god of procrastination. Depression will tell you to put off letting people know that you feel depressed. Depression will tell you to put off going to the gym. Depression will tell you to put off doing those things on your list that you know that you need to accomplish. It'll tell you to put off every single thing until you don't feel quite so depressed. But the problem is, the more you put things off, the more depressed you become. And so this creates a slippery, spirally slope that the longer you procrastinate, in the ridiculous hope that the procrastination in some way or another is going to help the depression, the more powerful the fucking depression becomes. It's demonic. So that's what this is. I'm just letting everybody know who listens to this show, I feel a little depressed right now. And that makes me feel a little better because I don't feel like I'm deceiving you guys. And then, I'll report in more about it, or maybe I won't. I don't know. But just talking about it feels good. And there's other folks out there depressed. Feel free to say hi. Maybe we can start a club. But the main thing is, here's what I'm going to do. That's it. I wanted to articulate. See, I'm all foggy and shit. It's really annoying. I want to articulate what I'm going to do. That's part of magic. That's part of therapy. So here's what I'm going to do. Even though I feel right now like a dusty, blind cave bat, a hairy cave bat, a hairy, pale, blind cave bat, I'm going to drag my cave bat ass out of my apartment and I'm going to go work out. Even if on the treadmill I look like the fucking Hunchback of Notre Dame or something that just climbed out of a sewer and is running on that fucking treadmill. I'm going to do it. I don't want to do it. Do you know what I want to do? I want to order fucking Grubhub. And I want to lay on the couch or lay in my bed, fall asleep after I eat. Maybe some porn in there somewhere. That's the game that depression wants me to play with the universe. But I'm going to go to the gym. I'm not going to play that game. And I'll tell you what's going to happen after I run on that stupid treadmill. I don't really think it's stupid. That's the depression. Everything's stupid. The other thing that happens when you have depression is everything that you talk about is stupid. You just accidentally use those words for everything. God, this fucking stupid thing I got to do, a stupid email, stupid it's all this, everything becomes dumb. So I'm going to watch my language. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to run on the treadmill, and I bet I'm going to feel better right away. And then after that, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come home and I'm going to stand underneath a Wim Hof level cold shower. That's the third thing I'm going to do. And then I'm going to take care of all this other shit I've been putting off. That's what I'm going to do. And my depression doesn't like it. I can already feel myself making it excuses, but rather than going back and trying to like re-record this thing to make it sound more nuanced or to sound like less of a confessionalist, because I know that this is not a very fashionable proclamation, and I really would much rather be announcing to you that I discovered some new system of meditation or exercise or magic that had reversed my depression and that I felt fucking great. But that's not where I'm at right now. So possibly by doing this, maybe I'll be able to report in and I'll be feeling a little better. I don't know. And I'm not going to like always come back on every episode moaning about my depression, by the way. So don't worry. But it's important to announce it. And I feel like if I announce it, maybe that gives some of you permission to announce it so you don't have to keep hiding this ridiculous form of mental illness, which is so ridiculous. It's ridiculous that you are afraid to say when you're feeling bad to the world, that this thing doesn't want you to say that. It's ridiculous. It's very similar to when you're getting conned. I don't know if you guys have ever been conned before, but when you get conned by a con artist, there's like, you're getting conned because there's like certain things you can't talk about around the con artist, you know? If you've ever been to a Grateful Dead parking lot, you know what I'm talking about. At least this happened to me. You know, I got conned for like a day or two by this professional con artist. And it was amazing the tricks that were being played on us as a group and how easy it is to succumb to that con. And depression is a con artist because depression does all the things a con artist does. It wants you to lie to the world and pretend everything's fine. It wants you to pretend that it's okay, like it's an okay state of consciousness to be in. It's totally normal to take 2 naps in the afternoon and sleep till 1 o'clock. Totally normal. I'm just chilling, man. Can't I enjoy life? Can't I just enjoy life? God, mind, really? You're going to bother me about this? I'm just enjoying my life, man. This is what animals do, dogs. Animals sleep all the time. No. Depression, that is not normal. That is depression. So that's the trick it plays. And you got to just tell people you're feeling woozy. Because that helps. I already feel fractionally better right now. And I know as soon as I go to the gym, I'm going to feel that much better. And look, I'm not saying there's a quick fix to depression. There's a reason people like us get depressed. There's all kinds of external variables in our environment that we have to deal with. You might need therapy. I might need to go back to a therapist. I love therapy, by the way. It's another thing I put off getting. You got to deal with it. That's the point. But the first step, open up about it. Tell people. Second step, that has worked for me in the past, go exercise. Go outside. Go into the world. Get sun on your face. Third step, drink a fuck ton of water. Take cold showers. All these ridiculous things that essentially whatever your depression tells you to do the opposite. When it wants you to nap, do push-ups. When it wants you to keep it a secret, call someone that you love and tell them that you're not feeling that great right now. When it wants you to eat shitty food, get a salad. And the whole time it will punish you for this. It will make you feel like you're having to force healthy stuff into your mouth, but just do it. And then somewhere through this practice, hopefully it'll get better. And if not, then you got to take it to the next level in this ridiculous war that those of you who deal with depression like I do know and have experienced. I don't know what part of the battle you're in right now, but the unfortunate thing about depression is it comes back. If you've had it, it can come back. It can creep in. It creeps. So All right, there you go. That was fun. You guys feel better now? Sorry, I had to unload on you, man. If I don't tell you what's going on, I don't even know what the point of doing this fucking podcast is. If I can't just tell you how I feel. If I get depressed and I don't tell you, then I might as well just turn into Jimmy Fallon. You know? No offense to Jimmy Fallon or whatever. I mean, you're doing your job, or whoever, Bill O'Reilly, or whoever gets in front of the goddamn camera and acts like they're doing great every day. They stay in the character. You know? That's not what podcasting is. That's a different art. Podcasting is a different form than that stuff. And the form is that we say how it's going as much as we can. So that's what's going on with me right now. And I appreciate you listening and allowing me to confess that to you, my sweet friends, because it makes me feel like I'm podcasting again and not bullshitting. All right? All right.